Don't pay me, do it yourself, I show you how. Today's video is about the least glamorous, most profitable habit in the entire business. No hacks, no secret settings, no software. 5 minutes a day, and in 4 to 6 months you will have something money literally cannot buy. Pricing intuition. And the thing that separates owners who guess from owners who know. I'm Steve, Xeno Management in Orlando. 20 years of managing rentals across Germany, Switzerland and Greece. Up to 300 properties at once. And I will tell you something honest about those 300 properties. The skill that made owners the most money wasn't a single strategy. It was my team, and I had our hands on prices every single day. Adjustment, consequence, adjustment, consequence. Thousands of tiny preparations until the market behavior became something we could feel. Here is the problem with how most self-managing owners handle pricing. They do it in binges. Once a quarter, guild picks in, they spend a Sunday afternoon fixing the prices. Change 40 things at once feels productive. And then don't look again for 2 months. And then the results come in. They can't even learn anything from them because when you change 40 things at once and bookings go up or down, which change did it? You have no idea. Binge pricing produces zero learning, no matter how many hours you put in. Now flip it. You can open your calendar every morning, coffee in one hand, 5 minutes. You look at 3 things. What got booked yesterday? At what price? And for what days? How far out? What didn't get booked but you expect to? And is there one price that deserves a nudge today? You nudge it. 5% maybe. You close the laptop. Tomorrow you see what happened. That's it. That's the whole practice. And I know it sounds too small to matter, so let me tell you what actually happened in those 5 minutes. Every day you're running one small experiment. I changed that happened. One variable, one result. Your brain is good at learning from the loop. It's the same loop you used to learn driving, cooking, everything you are good at. You didn't learn to drive by reading about driving once a quarter. You drove every day, and one day braking distance wasn't math anymore. It was a feeling. 4 to 6 months of daily reps, and here's what changes. You will look at a random Wednesday in October and just know it's $15 too high. You will see an event weekend and know the market will absorb a 40% premium, not because a tool told you, because you watch what happens the last 3 times. And that's the skill. It's not talent, it's reps. Nobody is born with it. Not me, not anyone. And let me kill the obvious objection right now. Steve, I have a dynamic pricing tool. It does it for me. No, the tool moves your prices. It doesn't build your understanding. And a tool with default settings run by an owner with no intuition is just a market average on autopilot. The same autopilot every other host in your market is flying. Here's the twist though. The daily habit makes the tool better too, because those 5 minutes are how you learn which of the tool suggestions to trust and which to override. The tool provides data. The habit turns data into judgment. Judgment is where the extra 20% lives. I will add a warning from experience. This is once for owners who scale. The daily touch is the first thing people abandon when they get busy or comfortable. I watch it happen across hundreds of properties in Europe. An owner grows from 1 unit to 3, gets buried in turnovers and guest messages, drops the morning ritual, and 6 months later wonders why revenue per property is quietly sliding. The little things you did when you are hungry are the reason you are not longer hungry. Keep doing them. Now let me make the habit stupidly easy to start. Because a habit you don't start earns nothing. Here is the exact routine. Steal it. Minute 1. yesterday's booking. Read each one like a message from the market. Booked far out at full price? You might be too cheap. Booked last minute after a discount step? Use zone 3 in setting are working. That's a system from the last video. Minute 2 and 3. The next 14 days. Anything empty that you should worry? Check your waypoints. You know this from my lead time video. Anything trip? That's today's candidate. Minute 4. One comparison search. Your dates, your area, guest point of view. 30 seconds of looking at the shelf and you're actually sitting on. Minute 5. One nudge or none. No change. It's legitimate for professional decision. Then close the laptop. The discipline of stopping is half the habit. 20 changes a day is judge a binge pricing in daily clothing. And keep a sharp log. One line a day. Date, what happened and why. 10 seconds. In 3 months, that log is your personal market test book, written about your property, which the only property your decision applied to. If you want to shortcut the first months, that's exactly what my free webinar is for. I do this 5-minute routine live on real listings, show you what I looked at, what I ignore, and how I read booking live as a message. You copy the routine, you skip the fumbling phase. It's free. Link in the description below. And if you're currently paying a property manager 20 to 30%, watch me do it once and then ask yourself if that's worth a third of your income. Your homework is almost simple. Tomorrow morning, coffee, 5 minutes, one nudge, one line at the log. Then do it again the day after. Miss a day, doesn't matter. Do it the next day. Consistently beats perfection by a mile and a game. Masters aren't people who know something you don't. There are people who did something small more times than you. Don't pay me, do it yourself, I show you how. Free webinar, the link is in the description below. I see you in the next one.